Hi, this is Melanie of Pardesi Reviews. I'm here to do a review of the film Halal Love Story, which just released on Amazon Prime. If you're new to Pardesi Reviews, I do film reviews and trailer reactions of Indian cinema. Sudaani from Nigeria, the last film by the director Zakariya, was such a heartwarming, special comedy, just everything all together film. And when I heard that Halal Love Story was going to be his next film, I was hoping that it would have some of that same feeling about the film, and it does. I will say that Sudaani from Nigeria is probably the funnier film, the better film, but I really enjoyed this film very much. Halal Love Story is about a group of people who want to make a film, just a 1 hour film that can be shown on TV, but they want it halal. They want it where it would be acceptable for people in their religious Muslim community to watch it. When I did the trailer reaction, one of my viewers said that a few years back that this was something that, especially in North Kerala, was a tradition to do, and so it's grounded in reality. And the Islamic Association, they're trying to get past fears that people might have by having a real life husband and wife play the husband and wife in the film. It is filled with wonderful characters. The guy who's written the script and really wants to get the film made is played by an actor I've seen in a lot of other films and supporting roles, Sharaf U Dheen. He plays Tawfiq. And to me, I just found him absolutely delightful. And there's just the way that he interacted with all different characters to just put their minds at ease. But even going to donors, and it's like, oh, if you're going to give us your donation through interest, no, that's okay. We'll talk to somebody else. Give that to charity. I absolutely just loved the sweetness of his character. But the real heart and soul of the film is Grace Antony playing Surah. She is the wife of the character Indrajith plays Sharif, who is a street performer doing street kind of demonstrations against America. He's playing George Bush at one point. He's the one who thinks he's an actor and convinces his wife, well, we can only do this movie if you will play my wife in the movie. But then she just blossoms, and she just has this quiet dignity and strength to her character. I just absolutely loved the way she portrayed this part. The film has Joju George playing the exasperated director when Tawfiq and the other people kind of explain to him what they want. I mean, just the look on his face, especially after some of these amateur actors try to do their parts, and he's just like, are we even going to be able to go forward and do this? He brings in an acting coach played by Parvathy. Some of those were delightful scenes. And then another extended cameo is Soubin Shahir playing the sound guy. We saw him, in the trailer. Silence! Sending people scurrying off to silence too loud chickens or a woman pounding her laundry in the next farm over. There's so many funny moments that just had me chuckling. But the film is an important message too. They're trying to thread this line, like there's this push-pull between them wanting to do something that's acceptable to their community and the director saying, this isn't cinema then, and so one of the big controversies is over having a scene where the husband and wife in the film hug. And there's all these big discussions. And then finally the cinematographer is like, I will give you your hug, and I will, and I will give you. And then the funny thing is, everyone at the end of the shoot hugs each other, and so it just shows, I don't know, it's making a commentary on strict religious societies, but also just has this sweetness to this movie. I will say the very opening moments of the film were a little jarring for me as an American, because it shows that the people in the Islamic society editing some sort of protest propaganda kind of video, and it starts with the Twin Towers. And in America, if you don't know, they rarely show that footage anymore because it's just so wrenching for us. So I hadn't seen those images for since like the last anniversary when they showed. So that was a little jarring to me, but I think this film just left me with the biggest smile at the end of the film. It's so heartwarming. I love the performances. I mean, Indrajith is supposed to be playing someone who's a little over the top because he's the street performer trying to adapt to doing the smaller, more subtle acting of film, and just his interactions with Grace Antony. Wow. Conflict arises between the husband and wife, and it's mirrored by the director is going through a divorce. And so we see scenes of him, and he's the one that notices that there's trouble in real life between the husband and wife. And one of my favorite scenes is when they're all having a lunch break, and he tells Tawfiq, he's like, something's going on with them. And in the distance, you can, on the other side of the courtyard, you can see the husband and wife sitting next to each other, but awkward. And Tawfiq is like, what do you mean? He's like, look through the camera. I absolutely love that commentary. Look through the camera, like that the camera can see things that maybe are just our natural eye doesn't notice. I absolutely loved that commentary on cinema, because as soon as Tawfiq looks through the camera and he's like, can we zoom? Then he sees what before he had not seen. Absolutely love that. So highly, highly recommend you check out this film on Amazon Prime, Amazon India Video. Absolutely delightful performances by everyone. And Soubin Shahir, as usual, steals this show with that amazingly comedic cameo. Oh my God, loved it. Let me know your thoughts about the film in the comments below. Follow me here on Pardesi Reviews. And if you hit the bell when you subscribe, you'll never miss another trailer reaction or a film review.